Good evening, or whenever you're going to watch this. Welcome to Northwood High School's virtual back to school night. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's staying healthy in your family and all of your friends. It's real important that we just keep doing what's best so that we all get through this crazy time. I would really love it if we had the opportunity to be back in school and be able to have a real graduation and a real prom. So let's just see if we're actually able to get in that direction. A couple of things I want to point out to you. One of them is every Monday from 1:30, at 1:30, I should say, your child has to check in with me every Monday. And I've placed the Zoom meeting information on Canvas for them. This is real important because that way I can be in touch with them to make sure that they're on track and they're in touch with everything and they know what to do and what's the next indicated step. And I can also just check to see if they're doing okay. All right. This is a strange time. The other thing is that I also want to make sure that they're paying attention to all of the college career information. The College Career Center, who Kathy Smith is runs that, is just amazing. And so please, please, please use her as a source. The counselors sent out a little bit of a Google Slides to me this past week, and so I shared it with the students, reminding them of all their contact information, who they can get in touch with, what they can do if they need something, especially with knowing when the colleges are going to be visiting, because obviously they won't be doing it in person, but be doing a Zoom, and a lot of them are requiring you to check in and register. So they want to make sure that they're doing that. There's also a couple of really great college webinars that are coming out, so large school areas, like large gatherings of various campuses are going to put together a webinar, so they want to participate in that. There's also the UCLA, the UC system, I should say, and CSU, how to fill out the application, a Common App, all that stuff they're going to be getting in touch with. So it's really, really, really important that they constantly look at the college career and find out when things are going to be happening. I'll try to remind them as much as possible, but just know that that's available. Another thing that's wonderful is that Kathy does the most amazing job of finding any and all scholarships available. And some of these, it just requires just a little bit of an essay. So now granted, it might not be a lot, it might be $500, but I don't know about you, but $500 is a lot of money when it could be going for a textbook or two, which is pretty insane when you think about it, but that's kind of what it is. Another thing is they need to make sure that they're all presently on Naviance at this time. They should have already been requested if they're going to need any letter of rec, and that's true for any private school. If they plan on going through IVC or Saddleback and transferring to a UC, and that means they're in an honors program, they too are going to need a letter of rec. All these things they need to make sure that they've already taken care of. And I'm trying to think if there's something else I was going to say. They should have already contacted the teachers that were going to ask last spring, because I told them that was a good thing to do, not to wait until this year, because who knew what was going to happen. And it's a really crazy time right now. They need to put together a couple of things. One of them is a brag sheet on what they're doing, what they've done, activities involved in sports, music, dance, theater, arts, any kind of volunteer work on campus, off campus, any kind of clubs they've been involved in. Are they in any sort of a leadership role? Any of that stuff needs to be listed on there. And then as well as a little bit of a description as to why they're requesting a letter of rec to the certain colleges they're going to. The more information they can give us, the better chance they have, because what happens is the teacher does not have time to do any kind of research. Whatever the student gives them, that's what they're going off of. As well as, I mean, they'll check some things out, but I mean, they're not going to go find out about the college and see if there's a certain program that they felt they'd be good at. That's something that your child needs to do. And again, Kathy Smith is an excellent source for that. So make sure they've got Naviance up to date, because that's what you're going to be doing predominantly, if not all, of your letters of rec go through. I think I mentioned before, all of our students need to have an iusd.org address at this stage. All of them do. That has their year of graduation, 21, their name, and then at iusd.org. We're doing this for Zoom safety. Okay, that'll prevent us from having any inappropriately hideous bombing taking place during our Zooms. Let's see, let's see, they need to know again about their colleges coming out, so they need to check in on that. Oh, in terms of ACTs and SATs, there's so much controversy going on about that. Again, the College Career Center will be able to keep them up to date on that. They'd have to contact their counselor for getting a letter of rec, not a letter of, well, some of them do need a letter rec from the counselor, and they were supposed to have already done that by a certain time period. Again, it was on the PowerPoint that I shared with the students this past Monday. Zoom etiquette was something that was put together over the summer, and we're asking all the students to follow that. Again, it's just setting up norms so that we all feel comfortable and safe. Okay. And then finally is the academic honesty policy, which is coming down from the district. And then it was adapted into Northwood High School. Given our core values, our compassion, mutual respect, and integrity, I know that as a parent, you would really want your child to be successful in college. And one of the major things that colleges are saying is that a lot of students drop out of school, about 40%, because they don't have what it takes to make it in college. They don't have the skills, they don't have the methods. And it's unfortunate because a lot of them have cheated to get themselves there and then they can't make it. Nothing worse than losing a huge amount of money when they're not ready. So all I can say is there's a couple of things they need to do, especially since they're sending in letters of rec and they're requiring applications to get into colleges. On your transcripts, any kind of cheating is going to get noted on there. And so I can guarantee you, when you've got schools with 40,000 people applying and only 1,200 can get in, I can guarantee you that would knock somebody off. So it's so important that they know that academic honesty is being followed clearly by all of staff. And that's as simple as a homework assignment. If they copy a homework assignment, trust me, it's better if they just say to the teacher, I didn't get it. Can I just get late work for it? And take late work. Because if they get caught, then and it happens more than once, then it piles into the next level. And that next level then piles into the third. There's 3 levels, an A, B, C level. Again, if you go onto Canvas, you'll be able to pull up what that policy says. And they were supposed to sign it and send me back a copy, knowing that you were fully informed of what that policy is. Because if it gets on their transcripts, that's going to prevent them from getting into a school. Even if it happens to be your alumni, it's going to get in the way. So it's real important that we all take this seriously. Plus, don't we want a world of individuals that have compassion, mutual respect for each other, and integrity? I think we could use a lot of it right now. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I hope that I was able to answer some of your questions. But again, counseling has probably 90% of your answers. But you're always welcome to email me. Just give me about 24 hours because I'm on the computer about 10 hours a day and I'm pretty toast. So anyways, thank you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care of each other. Bye. And let's pause.